Madam Baby as minim senka aduane busua nkene ani gye nenam Israel for Yankopon to man among my buso o mani gye Yesu o ma bread no na fish ne ye bebre e dose o mani gye na o mani anje o mani gye because kote ese Ghana ya mo adoso ese nkosua ne so adoso adane problem how mentia sipu na ye hwese ne media na see report story.
Let's talk about another challenge that we're facing as a country. Now, the Eat Ghana Rice campaign is urging Ghanaians and corporate institutions to immediately switch to locally produced rice to avert a looming crisis in the agriculture sector. With 1.3 million metric tons of paddy rice reportedly lying unsold in warehouses nationwide, the campaign warned that failing to increase local
consumption. Almost as if any man or in your fortune. Almost the rice campaign, eat rice campaign. Was say a more na a good warehouse 1.3 metric ton. A warehouse on them laying unsold. Listen, toy. That is the reason why in Tiku. Why never better? Nipakono better. On nedi, nyoto, enedi, abayi udiamo. Abayi udiamo. Minu na yediam. Nti se Ghana rice no so beto a minu ye beto Ghana rice. Me metianum sei. Adwuma kwa me nya binyi. Me kopesika o hinfa. Na me akwa koto emo. Let alone emo a ne bosa so ye dinsin emo a e market dada. Like we dey wan kasa dwonho hwade. Se me kwa koto ade a, se meto ade a ne boyefu ana me boana. Nti we dey sisi a problem na kwa ebi ti say yenya emu bebre ene egu ho na emu na egu ho no ma ama na ese yesanso de bi kura de e ba be ka hwan fota yesi Ghana fo endi yesi endi Ghana rice it because of anything ye ba be launch Eat Ghana Rice campaign na Eat Ghana Rice campaign eno discover be she in Ghana fo botom e me de akwa akoto emu na di ana and as I Eat Ghana Rice campaign, ebesa shisika bi. Enti say if the problem ne say your omu bebre ohono, I go say because obi antimi nto a. And then what is the cause of that problem? Is it because of say this guy dey beto? And a problem no na say is it because of say emu na nkasa na yem pesi bedi? And a problem. To the stone, I mean, person will be a reporting story. Me, I say we interesting, mommy pa.
Consumption will devastate farmers and reverse grains made in domestic rice production. While acknowledging ongoing government support, the group insists that long-term solutions lie in Ghanaians choosing locally grown rice over imported brands to protect jobs, strengthen the economy, and safeguard national food security. Now, Dr. Nana Ama Amenia Opong, Dia, of the Eat Ghana Rice campaign joins me via Zoom for more. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. First of all, paint a picture for us, especially because we have been seeing the statements from agribusiness. What immediate consequences do you foresee if the government fails to intervene within maybe the next 3 months?
Thank you very much for having me. There is a general challenge we have because the rice that we produced last year is still there. We don't have good storage facilities, and people have started harvesting more rice now. So that's why we have this 1.3 million metric tons of paddy that is just sitting. So if we don't mop it up and we don't eat it, what it means is that we're going to harvest more rice, and then we are even going to have a more serious problems in the coming days. Yeah.
Well, Doc, surprising because I thought everybody in Ghana loved rice. What do you think is the challenge? Why aren't we consuming it?
Okay.
We don't have just Ghana rice in the system. We have imported rice as well as Ghana rice. And initially, the challenge is that most people felt that Ghana rice was not good enough. But we have worked so far with the Ghana Standards Authority and the Food and Drugs Authority. And so now the quality of the Ghana rice we have is very, very good. So first of all, the purpose of the Eat Ghana Rice campaign is to make sure that people are tasting the Ghana rice, they're able to eat Ghana rice, and they enjoy choosing Ghana rice over the imported rice.
Right. This is a matter of palate and taste, right? And so beyond the campaign,
this is the palate. There are a few factors I consider: price, health issues. What was it? Missy Cabeson. Like me person me breaking it down. Say, yeah, when you might be one number you consider before you buy something. Me sure say, sir, in your near abaya, the diabetes pizza and the burger near that. The power. Obi on ma onyanko be choose said me and over enuane o tadi when feel every day, but because of say sikasem ntintim ontimi here ka say odabi obedi pizza there be sika ni ho ntini efie be di no no be na obedi once in a while ni nya sika ni akwa to pizza sana mama Ghana rice na so what hoto Ghana rice that for decoration for shoe for nhwe more politicized at them. I do not know the reason why Ghanaians we want to politicize everything. Yeah, everything. Where's also government intervention being? Now, eduane a obedi. Any idea we do sika beto. And also government dem amacho. Adene any ma me two things. So woman we say no edo me konwa meto e no. E na akono na ye ka ho asem. Ene eniema to. Enti say akona obinya wo de ade hye wanu nema mienu some factors in one say am kind also making sure say are you supposed to buy it do you want to buy it usika betimi ato is it good for your health are you supposed to eat it like to say you will never was so dwene ho it is not always about price in kwao but you see here we have the case whereby you say Ghana for we like rice even though say Obakacha me say emonanye de kra sinisiti bia to jimi kra na amafudi enti he say emono e de sin to jimi kra ye beto enti menye sure say taste and palate am American ho asem it is an issue here menye ohani ni taste and palate yono ne ya ne say bia ne wonya bia wadi taste and palate ne ye sikafo and sikafo also say yeah my money available say still now nobody imported rice they have the money they just want to eat something expensive so that's sikafo lifestyle here and when I'm there it's not really about sikafo it's about nyafo ye na ye ni bi into taste and palate no ye na ye ni bi ye koto aduane a ye ndwe hu ye hia ya ne say sika betimi ato ede media be yam nya be ya eno ne ma ye nya kono koto aduane di enti send your musi reporting story they say Ghana for a more dos and more busuna say wine for that you the people near for like me dream one in Tiasi because we know me in him say sikani system it is I didn't do me concra minister made that part enti say most akwa na baby as akwa ko vestiska esa de kwa ye eat Ghana rice campaign as to the blame it is a waste of time. Yes, sir. It's like you more increasing the charges and come a criminal and me sentence and come on the cost. Like I'm talking in favor of the people. So can you like the people was a criminal in this case, like and come on the sentence in the court, like you are making the situation worse. Because at the end of the day, who best have a case? I mean I'm here. By solution I be I come once and say, no more jumanya available. A jumaya available, Sikabe available, Sikaya available, you better turn a kwambe na yebefo so ema adwuma ye de I available. We have the resources. We have the human resources. Like we have the raw resources, we have the human resources. And this is ya na kai machines. And this is ya person chem say aban ko just asel baby. Now ka say mu 1.3 tons of rice here I can ho say. So all manufacture no bag or ye na fine. No one to am citizens. We import be or establish a business and say rice business na. Enka wonye sure sen ka amanfo bi nya adwuma ye wonye sure say ewon bi nya adwuma ye no bi nya scatter mu ni bi adi ono okuaifo na ono adua emo emo ahia na obetimi adi enti nya ono nkwa na bedi o ye nyina na bedi na ye nyina na bedi ne sa mi minister me de beto emo na me de nya bedi but this year musma ko je bi aka say ye na ya sheda say ye pesi bedi mo which is not true. Dabe na mwako say ye kwa ko che mo amagana ni amana ka che say Ghana rice enye de nti onjida Yina cry the child at the channel crying in people view. Ye pescania and said, "Ya toyadi." Let's continue.
What are you asking government at least to do? You have mentioned there are lots of imported
government.
rice in this country, which I think that's impacting the consumption of the locally produced rice. What do you think government should do?
First of all, there are issues with land development. Rice is not like maize or the other crops, cassava, where you can just plant directly like that on any farm or piece of land. Rice needs proper land development. So we need to look at land development issues. So look at the whole chain so that we get a consistent supply of rice, not just production. What tends to happen is that we have rice, we do a campaign, everybody should eat Ghana rice, and then we consume Ghana rice, and then we don't have enough again for the consumers. And so as a result of that, then people switch to the foreign rice. So what we're saying is that government should support right from the beginning where we are producing the rice, and especially to input supply, as well as supporting with some of the millers to be able to mobilize funds. They need funds to be able to buy the paddy from the farmers. Let me quickly add that when they were producing last year, we had this dollar CD issue. So farmers bought inputs at very high cost, fertilizer, seed, and all of those things at very high cost. And at the time that they started harvesting, then the CD started stabilizing and the dollar was also going down. And so what that meant was that then it became very cheap to bring in foreign rice as compared to the Ghana rice. And so now the farmers are stuck. They produce at very high quality cost, and yet they can't sell at the same cost. So in that sense, that's where government should also intervene and make sure that buffer stock is buying at appreciable prices so that farmers don't make too much of a loss. Whilst we also go on with the campaign for people to buy Ghana rice.
Well done.
Nneɛma mmienu na ɔkae. Question na lady ni busae ne say, "Saa problem here is how can she say it is caused by the importation of export rice? Like to say, how does she see that like imported rice is causing this problem?" And was saying, say young fan say, "Emuya want to agree. Omaye eat Ghana campaign every." And like she's so confident in the Eat Ghana rice campaign. Or you're confident about pass a bay. I doubt it. And what like and never okay and see you. The question now Busan say, how is it say imported rice and the air cause the problem say yen to Ghana rice? As some more kind say in Yansase, I debate more rice because say omoye Eat Ghana campaign na say emuni nyina people are going to switch back to the imported rice. And it hasn't happened. It hasn't happened. But Yibusan say, like me person, I want to emphasize, Yibusan say, that problem here is it's not like say your dairy and a man for switching back to imported rice. And as a problem here see you. There be emuni omunya Eat Ghana rice campaign, omunya sani mo win. But Yibusan say, how is it that imported rice causes our problem with man for into Ghana rice? Shall say yet me import here every Vietnam. It's me import here every Vietnam by Ghana. A Ghana anum say. Now you turn 5 kg, 70 cedis, 80 cedis. What's a Ghana anum say now do more now or ton? Wouldn't them 200 to 50 cedis? Na me have a tomo, mentor. You understand? Indeed, that issue here and coffee omujina TV so more can once a media. Already na Ghana for ni niska sikani of mining sikani kroni emo na yeto emo cheap rice no so dey check here half and so a mo se mo ba be produce mu dey senka yes you can say mo se mo aka say mo dua mo local rice na by force ye njai cheap ones ni ma be to mo dey adeya emo ni gu ho na essay na mo aka say dey we say wujune wona wo ti ase style. One can say, "Oh, mammy, you may, and now, mammy, can be a coto be." We say, "A queer for Mundia, say Mudia, buffer stock for ever talk. Say a toa near Tom Ghana for. Mind you, government own dear moon. It is a government in a sort of moon, Nassau cotton, Nayan toa. Next time on Sammy to be. Obecatcher said, Dia. And yen, sending a cast of politicians who move country. Obecatcher said, Dia. But say, would be an asso and bambe toa. And never better, or chamba better, and Sana say, That's what's going on. Sisi, and the cause is here. And the meaning how me as a citizen, many actually already now politicians already can make a lot of mistakes in the past. Already me faces our consequences in the education sector, in the health sector, in all sector, even in the employment sector. Of course, we are seeing you already now faces our consequences. Almost I'm making mistake if you are. Almost say about almost person may accept responsibility. Almost say about catch a say, your course, ya they are entire moon. Into government should intervene again. Government intervention. Like I wonder how far we will sit there, like we will let the government continue to destroy the country, or because we expect them to fix it. Just like to say, the government is running that organization. The government is running the government organization already. But at the same time, we the human beings, we the people now, you could have common sense in the we are expecting the government to come and manage us. Like to say, on the end chairs and young fire life in here. On the Emma dictate say, if you know, come be into the school fees, meet you amupia. On the baby dictate say, what about hospital, government hospital, was me and Casemity. When him say, sir, government policies now free, no. The only way possible, say, like people become slaves. Say, hospital, we be a hospital, say, government be a hospital. A quite of us are supporting him hospital, and that's what they maintain hospital. They say, patients bar, your shana hygiene car, says can it be, and we be no debate to your doctor car, and we be no debate to your nurse car, and we be no debate to your electrician, and technician, say, hospital in Naka. At the same time, tax and so. But at the same time, scanner award general, bills now award general. Obey you swear so not tax and so on account. It will both say the hospital will make progress and our profit. It will be a hospital never cost or ever run smooth to be a bayajuma. By the moment I will be decided, I can say hospitals and I say healthcare baby you free pay. Uni slaves. You have people you have to pay. By revenue now, I was a hospital in generating. What cancel sad? By Omo Uti Omoka, the other Suti Omoka. Then you scan Okofano and Fanadi Omoka. It is the only way a free policy. Free healthcare, free education, free bus, and that's how I say when you are by say. I just see your bus driver be our sleep, or your Juma into Annika. And I see your doctor be out to your Juma into Annika. And I see your school teacher be out to sleep, or your Juma into Annika. Obia so yes, it doesn't exist in this world anymore. It is a free near one government. They are without proposal now, or the young man for again. Like, Uncle Father, Papa Bian pray. Like, yes, so we are human beings. We are all human beings. The agents may kuta the particular person now, and answer the particular body that they call themselves government. And me sure say, yeah, cry a dog to sing. And say, Omunya community boom. Naso Munansa, Omunyansa, 500. Yeah, dog to sing. Ya can yen Ghana, the whole Ghana, Kenya, dream boomer, and Peprosa. But for some reason, I say, there be a woman was as ways of Justice League views. I don't know. BBC panel government intervention. BBC panel government intervention. One, for the first reason, meaning say government policies and government plans. If something happens, they have to look to the government. But on say it is a slippery slope. Send me kind. A government plan will do by this time. This is your motive. The government say implement another policy. You find some eat Ghana rice campaign. So na ya. Me do nyame say emuni nyina be say. Like government be obia be the problem will die. Emuni nyina be say epepoka. You ba be kan ho asem. E ba be political issue kese. You be kan you be discuss nya answer that. Na ba be police case. Na ba be past, ba be history. Then it will become a loss for us again. Into once in Ghana for we are trying to build the country on the body of losses. Just a mistakes. So mistakes is so na person build the country no. Like we don't want to fix anything. We just want to leave everything to Nyame. Me the minim I do not know the parkour that's how I dream share team na akai ho. So ke betimi ayi bibia fa ho a enke beboa pa. But on me videos.
You know that people will be people, right? How tough do you think the government should be? If you look at the agribusiness statement again, and I like to reference that, they mentioned that the LI 2432, I think it regulates soybeans. That is quite straightforward. It at least puts a ban on the importation. Correct me if I'm wrong. Do you want the government to be very tough on the importation of rice so that we don't have a choice? Because of course, I think if you left people, they will make choices.
What? You don't want people to make choices? We have gotten to the point. I've gotten to the point where people making choices and decisions have become evil. Now the government has to by force make a decision for us. In America, the government has become our daddy, our parents. Now they have to dictate. Like you know how we are slowly like descending toward dictatorship though. Like I hope you people know this. Because if we are all like brilliant people who are always following the government policy, it will get to some point the government will conquer all of us. So if the government says this and you say otherwise, it's possible that the government will punish you. So like this is the part that we have put ourselves on. Like we are going there, we are going. It will start with something very small. Ghana rice. They say nobody should import any rice again. We are all forced to eat Ghana rice. If you don't eat Ghana rice, you'll be punished. Like it will start from there. And then it will go to something else. And then it will go to something else. By the end of the day, you see that all our agencies will be robbed. Nobody will be free in the country anymore. So this is not about people with people. People will be people everywhere. But you see, somewhere when you go, the people they are very correct. Like their country is going smoothly. Everything is very fine. Although the world is full of chaos and violence and bad stuff. But some people they try to work around this. They live good, they live happily. We see this on the television, we want to copy it. I don't think I am perform. Why do you want to copy? Why don't you perform like do the deed akasa? The sacrifices that the people they made, everything that they did to achieve or to get to where they are. I don't know I am per se baby. Why do you want to like use shortcuts? By using more shortcuts and creating more problems for us. Like nobody has realized this yet. Still now government policy. The government never be regulated. The government should do that for you. Like the government should come and tell you that from now on nobody should eat basmati rice. Everybody should eat Ghana rice. Let's continue.
Yeah. We are a gradual restriction in the importation. As you know, we don't produce as much rice as we need. So if we do 100% ban at this point, then we might run into problems. But we are looking at cutting restrictions, and we should be persistent with it. Because sometimes we say, okay, we are banning it partially, and then before we realize, we open it up again, and there's smuggling from neighboring countries and all of that. So government, we should be consistent. If we insist that this year we are bringing in 40% of imported rice, then we stay with it and we do it across the years instead of the moving up and down. Sometimes we open it up and sometimes we don't.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Opondia, for joining us on.
This is Anti-Partisan network. I want to end it here because me to be carrying when this is too much. No, this is cruelty. Like, the citizens in your like, okay, I don't know if this is like politicians versus citizens or Sikafo versus Enyafo. Like I don't really know. Or maybe it's politically influenced because just here, who is causing the problem? Who is suffering the consequences? Why not come government come down? Ministers na come down. Yeah, na come there. So me kwa kama ni purchase Ghana for better rice. Affordable. Betimi atobi. Bi anka say my homemade rice. Betimi atobi. At any time anywhere. Many beji. Say basakra many beji because it is affordable. But that is not the case. Enti me na me kwa time say minister me dey na beto. Afei dey always ever be catch am say ne me to na ne boy from esen wo dem. More the restrictions in the bans ba beto so. Adaya or say one palate and taste. Two, people will be people. I don't even understand. Please subscribe. Thank you.